providing faster heart care when you need it most. Weather Authority.
Hey, good evening, folks. Chief Meteorologist Bill Alexander. Well, you remember that storm? Yeah, the one that's raking the East Coast right now. It's moving away from us, and in its place, dry, stable air held in today on winds gusting well in excess of 30 miles an hour. And the result of all that, and that nice happy ridge in the upper atmosphere, well, fair skies, low humidities, and the wind, of course, which resulted in that red flag warning for extreme fire conditions. Also, a gale warning for our coastal waters, which has now been discontinued along with the aforesaid red flag warning, at least for tonight. But will we see that again tomorrow? We'll talk about that in a little bit. Look at your temperatures across the high plains in the 40s, in the 50s, all the way down to the hill country and in our neck of the woods as well. Brownsville, sitting there at 70 degrees, a little cool off eventually. But what we're looking at now is a nice little cooling event here. Well, the winds are going to stay up, so you're not going to get that optimum radiational cooling tonight. We are getting that advective cooling, the cold air being transported in here rather than just developing overhead. So we're looking at 50s to lower 60s, and that's because the air is so dry. Only 20 to 30% relative humidity. Well, that will change a little bit overnight, but look at Friday, another very dry atmosphere day with relative humidities only in the 20 to 30% range. So more fire conditions? Not so fast. Temperatures, winds are dropping off a little bit now. Today, gusting over 30, a very dangerous condition. But tomorrow, only about 6 to 12 miles an hour. And that's not enough to prompt red flag warnings. But with the dry fuel, that means the ground is very dry, the grass is dry, the weeds are dry, everything is dry. And you're still going to have any wind at all. With the low humidity, you're going to have elevated fire conditions. So be very wary tomorrow about lighting fires as well. Big high pressure does build on into our area and gives us some relief from the wind, and it sets us up for a beautiful weekend. But here comes our next front. Now, does it have any impact on us? Well, not yet. We're going to be watching that one to see how that evolves with time. But for now, fairly dry over the weekend. Now, by Christmas Day, we have an upper level disturbance moving in, giving us a few showers on that Tuesday. Those increase during the course of the night and on into Wednesday as a very strong upper level storm system moves out of the desert southwest, spills a heavy snow event across the Rockies, and a significant amount of rain across our area. Now, that's going to continue Wednesday and Wednesday night as well. So if you've got travel plans, could be a problem for you. This is our anticipated amounts of rain. Pretty quiet on your Christmas Day, just some scattered showers. But as you move on through Wednesday, it really begins to blossom as the effects of that upper level disturbance compound the amount of rain we'll see. Some folks over 2 inches of rain along the I-10 corridor. Keep in mind, the biggest rain chance is along the I-10 and back towards the Houston metro. So that's something you'll have to be mindful of for your travel planning purposes by the middle of next week. Well, today's pollen, not fun. Mountain cedar in the very high category, also grass in the moderate. Your marine forecast, much better tomorrow than today. 59-degree water temperature, northwest 10 to 15, sunny skies, a slight chop, 1 to 3 foot seas. 68 and 51 today. We're going to see 41 tomorrow morning. A little breezy out there. 67, lots of sun tomorrow. Beautiful through the weekend. Scattered to even widespread rain Tuesday and Wednesday. It's Christmas Day and Wednesday. Hey, if you're out and about and you need the latest news, sports, and weather,